My name is Alisha Brantley. I will be a junior at Golden Plains High School.
I'm Candace Taylor. I just graduated from Golden Plains, and I will be attending Colby next year.
I'm Brianna Michelson. I'm going to be a senior at Hill City High School. And this is our whimsical summer internship.
What we've done at Main Street's Arts Council. The Main Street's Arts Council was founded by Bonnie Cameron along with Carl Pratt. And it is a nonprofit organization that puts on and promotes arts throughout Northwest Kansas. The council puts on plays and musicals every summer, along with art walks and other fun events throughout the year. The living room is the main base where all meetings and props, costumes, and set designs are stored.
This is our team. Right here is Alisha. On that corner is me. Down there is Brianna. And this right here is Daisy. Oh, I forgot. The middle with the pink hair is Tori. Those two were interns. Just budgeted. Just interns, okay. And in the middle, that is Carl, Bonnie, and Jan. They were our mentors this summer.
So over the course of 9 weeks, what we started with was honestly a mess because they had about 10 shows worth of costumes, props, everything that you can put into a show, just all over. So what these pictures are is some before pictures before we started organizing everything. They're like the hats, that's costumes. There's props, those are suitcases from Shrek, I believe. And there's so many of those. So we turned this into...
Over the past few weeks or all summer, we have cleaned every room, we've cleaned everything, organized it all into nice little neat areas.
So we organized 1,921 costumes. They were all downstairs in the basement, so we had to bring them upstairs. We had to put them in categories, catalog them all onto a paper, iron a number onto each of them, so each costume has their own number with a barcode on it. We took pictures of all of them, so now they're all in like a database online or on the computer, so they can just search up whatever they need and have it all there. It also includes hats and gloves and wigs.
So these are some pictures of the costumes. That's the costume room on the two top ones. Well, all of that's the costume room except for that corner one. And those are kind of how we've been organizing them. We have these racks on the top of the ceilings. We haven't updated. We had to just recently organize them by show, which was kind of difficult. And then down here, this where all these boxes are, that's where we put all of our wigs. We only have a couple of pairs of shoes because generally they go barefoot on stage. So those are like special shoes that we have down there. We have our wigs and just some other things. I think we have some hats down there. And that's where that corner one is where we were organizing the jewelry into little things. And you can kind of see there's these white boxes on the lids. Those are the barcodes. So everything has a barcode, everything.
We also had 115 prop boxes. In some of the boxes, they were sorted by shows. So each box had multiple props in it. So there was probably over 115 props.
This is our prop room. Those are all stacked by shows. We have some examples of the props are like baby Simba from The Lion King. We have like all the suitcases from Shrek the Musical and like Willy Wonka candy and all that kind of stuff. On that side, their filing cabinet over there has a bunch of fabric in it. Extra fabric we like, folded it, made it look all nice, put it all in groups so it looks good together.
We also did stage makeup, which it didn't take as long as I thought it would, and we separated that by shades of color, what kind of makeup they were, and then we put them into separate boxes so that they could later on make the show kits and send them out to the individual shows, because the shows are in different towns, so they all need their own makeup.
Here, this bookshelf is the makeup that got organized by product, color, and so we put it in containers and put it on a shelf. And over there is a picture of how we sorted out like the lipstick and just all the powders and everything. And so this is how we organized it.
We also organized and cleaned up all the set and art supplies. They have some art classes throughout the year sometimes. And this summer, one of our mentors, she did Facebook Live classes for some art projects.
These are some of the art supplies we did. So this is also in the prop room, this bookshelf. And there's another one too. We don't have that picture, but it's basically full of, we have our acrylic paints, we have our paintbrushes, we have canvases down there. Those are little easels too for when they did have like on-site art classes. And then that's some of the wood that we organized in the basement, the big section of the basement, for when they build props. Or sets, sorry.
And we cleaned out and cleared out the basement. And the basement of the living room is used to store set design pieces and props and costumes.
So here you have the before picture and the after picture. This is a giant room in the basement, and it was used, they'd used it sometimes to build different set pieces. So there was sawdust and dirt everywhere, different pieces of wood laying all over. So we cleaned it all up, organized all the wood, went through it, put it together by size. Over there you can see we leaned more against the wall. We moved a bunch of the old set pieces so it's all in good categories and grouped together. And we swept the basement. It didn't really take as long as we thought, but it was a big project.
So what we've learned, one of the biggest things is what it takes to put a show together. We got to see really what goes on behind the scenes, how they plan it out, what they're thinking about when they are starting a show, how to direct and give feedback. One thing that they had us do as interns, since we couldn't do live theater, they had all of us interns put on our own virtual show over Zoom, and each of us had to direct a scene, which was really cool. And we also got to act in other ones over Zoom, and we also learned how to work as a team doing that and doing all the projects that we showed before, and also time management, because none of us live in Hoxie. There was only one intern who lived in Hoxie, and so we had to learn when to leave our house to make sure we were there on time. And we also had lots of Zoom meetings that we had to make sure we were there for.
So we had Zoom workshops. So we had dance workshops, theater workshops where they do acting classes, and we also had monologue and scene workshops. And so this is a video one of us helped with one of the monologues.
That maybe we're not.
Yeah. You can go on their website. They're all going to be posted on their website. Okay. So we had to have some fun too. We're working in a place that has a bunch of costumes and wigs and props. So here is Alisha, dressed as Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. In the pink wigs, that's me and Alisha. That is actually a hat the one with the pink hair, Tori, she's wearing a hat, but we didn't really know what it was at the time. So.
It looks like one of those.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then that's Brianna. She had to put on old lady kind of makeup for one of our scenes that we did, and a Maleficent hat.
Okay, and then this is a TikTok that they did together, just to kind of try on the dresses that we have.
So thank you for having us. Thank you, Next Gen. And thank you, Main Streets Arts Council, for hiring us this summer.
Here's their email and their website. Sorry, go ahead. This is just their email and their website. You can find out more information about them